Hello and welcome to another day and race of the Thursday Night GT Championship by RaceDepartment on PS4. Tonight we have rounds 23 and 24 at Silverstone. For those who have missed it, last Tuesday there was a special event, a team versus team battle between the Thursday Night GT Championship drivers and a couple of drivers of Next Gen Racing. Two races were held, one in the GT3 class at Spa, and after that a Clio Cup race at Donington Park. And both leagues entered 8 drivers, and it was pretty close, but in the end the Next Gen guys won with a total of 160 points over 131 for the Race Department drivers. There will be a rematch. We don't know yet when exactly, but there will be a rematch, so keep an eye out for it. We will stream it live on this channel like we did the last special event, so keep an eye out for it. Now let's get back to the qualifying for the feature race at at Silverstone, legendary track in the UK. And tonight there have been a couple of cancellations by drivers, so tonight we will have 10 drivers. And let's see, almost everyone is out of the pits now. We are currently watching Boy Raxer, also known as Benji, in his favorite number 28 Audi. And he has just finished his first lap. His outlap was that, so this will be his first time lap. He was one of the first that got out of the pits, so we'll see. And I'll take you along down the circuit. Here Benji is going through Woodcote, going through the back straight, the old start finish, and into one of the most famous corners, Cops. And here are the next couple of S's, also known as Maggots and Beckets. We'll probably see some nice action here. Might see a couple of overtakes even here. And this is Hangar Straight. Very fast. Going through Stowe. Through up to the last couple of corners. This is Vale. And this last tight right-hander is called Club. And let's see what time Benji sets. It is a 2:01.0, and which is only 6/10 slower than Gaz, who has set the pole time for now. Gaz has set a time of 2 minutes and 3/10. And Benji, meanwhile, has been put back to 3rd position because here we have Scooby, also known as Nathan, in a Porsche in a 28 livery. He has gone back into the pits, but he just set a second time with a 2 minutes and 5 tenths, just 2 tenths behind Gaz. Here we are with Adam, who is playing a bit of lawnmower here. Let's go back to what else we have. Here we have Liam in the 44 Audi, so he has made a switch of car. He was in the M6, and last Tuesday in the team versus team event, he already was driving the Audi, only he was driving the number 2 Audi in that event, and now he is in the 44 Audi, currently in 6th position with a 201.4, and as you can see, as usual, times are pretty close. As you can see that the top 6 is within a second of each other, and we will see some more times, some better times. We still have 12 minutes to go in this 20-minute qualifying for the feature race. The feature race is 40 minutes long and will have about 20 laps. And the in-game date is June 8th. Simply because if we are using the current date in-game, it would be too cold. So it would be undrivable in GT3 cars. Who else is on track? Here we are with Skanky Puppy, also known as Matt, in his trusty 31 yellow Ferrari livery. He's coming up to the back straight. Going through Maggots and Beckett's onto Hangar Straight. It's a pretty long way down to Stowe. And in a few turns we will see if this was his outlap. And that was his outlap. That was at 2:48, so this means he is on a hot lap right now. And let's join him inside the cockpit to see how Silverstone looks to the drivers. Just got out of arena here. And here is Brooklands. And he goes wide, so there goes his fast lap. Let's see who else is on track. The current pole sitter, Gaz, also in an Audi, as well as his teammate Liam. So Liam is in the 44 Audi, Gaz is in the number 4 Audi. And let's see. This last lap was Hill, so this is his outlap. And here he is on his hot lap. So let's see what Gaz will be able to do if he is able to improve his own time. Going through the tight corners at Arena. And if you're not very well known to this circuit, it's very confusing to see the old and the new starting grid. This is the old one we just passed. But if you've done this track a couple of times, you'll recognize the parts. Cutting a bit here through Maggots and Beckett's. Through club, and here is start finish, and let's see if he has improved his time. And he has almost 2 seconds flat, so he just improved his lead over Scooby, who is still on track. In the Porsche. Through Hangar Straight, and in front of him at the bottom of the screen you can see his teammate Ben Milden. They're both driving the Porsches. Let's make a quick change to Ben, who is now currently in 3rd. So they're doing very well in the Porsches here. And Scooby did not improve. It was very close, only 600ths slower than his fastest lap. And we have seen these guys. Here we have Jamie in the Cadillac. And he is right behind Jeremy. Knight 4001. Currently in 9th place. Oh, and Jamie just hit the wall, so no fast time for him. And here we are somewhere with Six. He is just coming out of the pits in the Renault, driving the white and green RS01, so he will be out for his outlap. And here we are again with Liam. He was just passing one of the the Porsche guys, and in the background you can see Seeks warming up. Still just under 4 minutes to go for qualifying, so things could change. And as you can see, the top 6 is still within 1 second. The current leader in the championship, Oz, couldn't be here tonight, sadly. Very fast driver. And on the other hand, it will make the rest of the field a bit closer, but more drivers are always welcome, and we still have some open spots. As you can see, tonight there are only 10 drivers out of the maximum of 16. So if you are interested, go to the forums or drop us a message here on YouTube. You can look us up on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. Just drop us a message and we will invite you for a practice session. So if you're looking for some more excitement in a very fast GT3 league on Project Cars 2 for PS4, just look us up, TNGTC, which stands for Thursday Night GT Championship. And Liam is currently in 4th. A lot of guys already back in the pits. Liam is just under his fastest sector time. Only 52 thousandth of a second. So will he make it up here in sector 2? No, he won't. He just re-entered the pits. Will he go for another try? Probably not. Here we are with Adam Morris. And is he already on a fast lap? He better should be, because there's only 1 minute 17 left on the qualifying session. If he crosses the finish line after that, he won't be able to do a new lap. Going through cops. So Adam is one of the 2 drivers in Snakes Unite Racing. Benji, also known as Boy Rexer, is his teammate. They're not driving the same cars. They started the new patch in the Renault, but Benji made the switch to the Audi, as you can see here. But now back to Adam. Here he is in the last part of the track. Sharp left into the tight right-hander club. With 6 seconds on the clock. He just passes the finish line. And that wasn't a hot lap, so he has... No, that was even a 3:28, so that was definitely a outlap. Goes wide here, and that's it for Adam. Now, there will be no faster time than this probably. Let's wait as he crosses this sector 1. Nope. Okay, so that's probably it for tonight's qualifying session. So we have Gaz on pole, followed by PS Scooby in second place in the Porsche, and then we have Ben Milden Man 27, also in the Porsche, and we have Liam, Gaz's teammate, in the Audi in fourth. Fifth place we have Benji in the Audi, the 28 Audi. His teammate Adam is in sixth place, and we have Matt in seventh in the Ferrari, Jamie in the Cadillac in eighth, Jeremy, also known as Knight 4001, in the blue and red Ferrari in ninth place, and we have Six in the Renault in 10th. And this will be the starting grid for the feature race, which will be 20 laps long. This track has been a standard track for the TNGTC. It has been here since season 1. We even done a endurance race at this track, and it was raining like hell that race. That was 2 hours of typical Silverstone weather, and after that we decided that we should just do a feature race, just 2 races, so a feature race and a sprint race, to make it a bit more exciting, because 2 hours at this track could form quite the gap between drivers. So, what will this race bring? Will we see some close battles? There are quite a few new liveries this time. A couple of car changes. And now we have the usual 2 minutes and a drunken cameraman. So the drivers will have time to finish their setups and get their amount of fuel right, set their pit strategies, and prepare for 40 minutes of racing at Silverstone in the feature race of the Thursday Night GT Championship by RaceDepartment on Project Cars 2 for PS4. And if you have any questions, just type them in the live chat, and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. You can also hit us up on Twitter. We are on Twitter. Look us up, TNGTC, for the Thursday Night GT Championship. The same for Facebook, and you can find us on the forums of RaceDepartment at RaceDepartment.com, and just look there for the Project Cars 2 thread, and you can find the Project Cars 2 leagues, and then PS4 and Thursday Night GT Championship. And we are about to start. Lights are on, and we're off. And as we can barely see, it's very tight, but Gaz had a really good start coming into the first turn, and has already quite the gap between Scooby, who is still in second place. Let's see if we can see some of the action here through arena. Everyone got through unharmed, and the line has formed. Seeks went a bit wide, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. And here is Skanky looking for an opportunity to overtake Jamie. Jamie blocks the way as they go around and are come up to the old part of the track. We go a bit ahead. We can see here that Benji is currently in 5th place behind Liam, but it's close, both in an Audi, so the battle is very tight here in equal cars. So this is purely coming down to the quality of the driver and of course their setups. Can we see anything here? Is anyone looking? You can see that Adam is defending from Jamie, going through Stowe. And Matt looked like he was going a bit wide there. And Jamie is definitely looking. And he loses it, goes on the grass, loses a position to Skanky, and Knight 4001 is already on his tail side by side and past him. First lap, Seek's going a bit wide there through turn 1 and drifting through turn 2, just keeps it on track. And let's get back to the action in the middle of the pack. Gaz has a lead of about a second. And as we can see, Benji is still putting pressure on Liam, and he wants to see him make a mistake so he can try to overtake him. That does mean, however, he has to drive a perfect lap every single time, because both drivers are very consistent and you don't see him making many mistakes, either of them. Let's get back to Ben, who is still behind his teammate. And it looks like no one is really getting away from the pack. Although Gaz is slowly pulling away from Scooby. Here we are with Adam, who's still close behind the two Audis, behind his teammate Benji, but not able to get any closer, so he will have to keep on going, try not to make any mistakes, and maybe he will catch up later in the race. Meanwhile, Jamie is still trying to recover from his spin. Meanwhile, he has overtaken Knight again, so he is now on the hunt for a Skanky. And we can see a nice line forming. And Ben has, Scooby has pulled away from Ben a bit, and he goes drifting through Maggots and Beckett's on Hanger Straight. That's gonna cost him. Liam is on his tail right now and looking for an overtake. He is not close enough to make a move on down Stowe. But Ben should really watch it, and the pressure is on. And in the back you can see Benji making a spin, losing 2 positions to Adam and Skanky. And he has to watch for, I wanted to say Jamie, but Jamie has probably spun out again because he is now in last place. But Benji lost a position to Knight. They're now battling it out, going through arena, and he is very close. This part is pretty long, so he might be able to get alongside him, as he does, and now he is on the inside for Brooklands and Lovefield, and he has overtaken Knight and took his position back. Meanwhile, we still have Liam chasing Ben for 3rd place. He definitely wants that podium place, which would mean it would be a 1-3 for Gaz and Liam Spamfritters Racing. But currently they are being divided by both the drivers in Scooby-Naughto GT, which are PS Scooby and Ben Milden. And slowly Ben is pulling away. Here we are with the race leader, Gaz, currently leading the race and has a comfortable lead of 2.5 seconds over Scooby, who has nothing to fear himself because he is about 1.6 seconds away from Ben, who still has Liam on his tail, so that could be an advantage for Scooby. Here we are with Skanky in the 31 Ferrari. Is he closing the gap to Adam? The Ferrari is very fast down the straights. Will that be enough to get closer to Adam? And here we have Adam, who is about half a second behind Ben, and Adam is getting close, almost within 1 second. So while he is chasing Ben, he should be very careful that Adam is not going to get any closer to him. Back there is some action. Here we are with Seeks, who has just been overtaken by Jamie, and in the back now Jeremy, who must have spun out because he was battling with Benji and is now in last place again, so he missed that action. Jamie, who hasn't had a lot of luck this race so far, He is a very fast driver. He made some mistakes, spun a couple of times, which cost him some positions again. So currently he is in 8th place in the Cadillac. Did improve his time there. Sorry about that. And that was his middle sector. That was his personal best so far. Sorry, that was start finish, of course. Here we are at Brooklands, mowing some lawn. And let's see here how Liam is doing chasing Ben. He is getting closer though, within half a second. Slowly pulling away from Adam, who's still over a second away. And meanwhile, Gaz in the number 4 Audi is over 3 seconds away from the number 2 this race, Scooby. So let's go through the grid here. Gaz is in first with a 3-second lead over Scooby. Scooby is at just under 2 seconds away from his teammate Ben, who is battling it out with Liam in 4th place. And he is still close, so he can't afford to make any mistake or Liam will get that 3rd position. Liam in the 44 Audi, Gaz's teammate, and behind him in 5th place in the number 43 Renault, the RS01, the only car in the field with 7 gears. He is in 5th place, trying to get closer to Ben and Liam, who are battling it out for 3rd place. Then we have Skanky Puppy in 6th position. Benji in the 28 Audi, currently 7th. Now we have Jamie in the Cadillac in 8th. Going through the old start finish here. Closely followed by Seeks. And here we have Jeremy, who must have spun out even more and is currently using his windshield wipers. He is over a minute down from the race leader Gaz. So let's get back to where the action is. Liam is still right on the tail of Ben. He is getting closer. He is looking for an opportunity to overtake it at Cops, but that's too close. Going through Maggots and Beckett's, trying to go on the outside. Very tricky. It can be done, at least in Formula 1, because some of you might have seen it. Max Verstappen going on the outside of Maggots and Beckett's a couple of years ago. Great move. I don't think the GT3 cars have enough downforce to pull something off like that. But meanwhile, Liam isn't giving up and is still within half a second of Ben. As I said before, this race is 20 laps, about 40 minutes, and we will see the first few regular pit stops within 2 or 3 laps probably. Maybe Liam might even try an undercut. And that will shake up things a bit again. Skanky is in the middle of nowhere, about 2 seconds ahead of Boy Racer 14, aka Benji. And yes, we have 2 guys in the pits. Too bad you can't see it here. We have Liam and also Skanky entered the pits. So I was right about Liam, and he is going for the undercut. And what will this undercut bring him? Will it work? We will have to watch Ben, who is now still in 3rd place. Will he come in this lap, or will he stay out for a couple of more? Here he is, going through Hangar Straight. It looks like he is getting closer to his own teammate. He's only about 1.5 seconds away from him. And yes, he is going. And Scooby, his teammate as well. Gaz is staying out. Adam followed. Benji followed. So it's getting busy at pits right now. Here we are with Ben. And now we will see what this will bring. Here we have Liam. Going through the last few turns. The majority of the drivers is in the pits right now. Have to see. Ben is on the move, but will it be enough? There is Liam. And the undercut worked. He is just in front of Ben, who just came out of the pits. So it worked. He is now in 3rd place, and Ben in his turn overtook his own teammate Scooby in the pits. So that definitely has shaken up the order a bit. Gaz is still in the lead. He will probably enter the pits this lap or maybe even next. Jamie is currently in 2nd, but still has to pit, so will fall down back to the back of the grid. Going through Maggots and Beckett's here. And back to the action, the battle for 3rd, which is a 3-car battle with Liam leading the battle, closely followed by Ben and his teammate Scooby. And here in the back we can see Benji battling it out with Skanky. He is looking for a gap, is on the outside for Stowe. Not the wisest place to be in here, but they are alongside. Can he hold on for the last few turns? No, he can't. So Skanky remains in position. And back at the battle for third place. Liam, it looks like Liam is slowly pulling away. Ben has a battle on his hands with his own teammate. Here we are on board with Scooby. Just ran through cops. Onto Maggots and Beckett's. And Ben is... Oh, almost lost it there. That cost him time and gives Scooby the opportunity to overtake him. While Scooby improves his own second sector. Is Ben going to battle his teammate? Just ahead, and here we see Liam in the, Jamie in the pits. Wow. The race leader, Gaz, is just crossing the line, already pitted, and taking back the official lead from Jamie. Jamie is falling down the field. Probably dropping back to behind Skanky. Let's go back to the battle for third. Scooby is still close behind Ben. But Liam, in his turn, is not really pulling away from those two Porsches. Ben did just improve his first sector. Liam, after all the pits, has a solid lead of almost 6 seconds over his teammate Liam. Liam, who did a fantastic job in that undercut, going from 4th to 2nd, so now it's a 1-2 for the Span Fritters Racing guys, followed by Team Scooby-Naldo in 3rd and 4th. Followed by Snakes Unite Racing with Adam in 5th and Benji in 6th. And here, Gas just improved his own personal best in this race. Doing a 2:01.3. And we missed that off camera. Scooby claimed back his third place from Ben. Thank goodness the race feed at the right bottom of your screen is keeping you up to date with all the info. So, Project Cars, if you are watching this, please fix it. Just like the soft tires. And here we are with Ben Milton in pursuit of his teammate. Although it looks like his teammate is pulling away. And apparently here at this track he is just the faster driver of the two. Maybe he can catch up to Liam and claim back that second position. Going through the final turn here. And across start finish. You can see he is 1.5 seconds down from his fastest lap. So he must have made a mistake somewhere. Here we are with Adam, who is now 2.5 seconds behind Ben. But he has a solid lead over his teammate Boy Racer, though over 5 seconds. With still 7 laps to go. Skanky even more in the middle of nowhere than before. 5 seconds behind Benji and 10 seconds ahead of Jamie. Jamie also in the middle of nowhere. No one near within 10 seconds. The same goes for Seeks. And Jeremy has a lonely race at the back of the field. Still using his windshield wipers. Well, you can imagine. I mean, it's Silverstone. So, being dry at Silverstone, well, that's pretty special. And here we are back with the race leader. Let's watch him on board for a lap. Here is the old part of the track. Going through cops. Onto the S's. This is Maggots. And this part is Beckett's. tricky corner in that last one. And here it's full throttle all the way down to Stowe. Through Ville and Club. And that is a complete lap at Silverstone with Gaz, who is in a 6.7 second lead over his teammate. Meanwhile, Ben and Scooby are still battling for third place, although Scooby has been pulling away and is now about a second away, and he is now right on the tail of Liam. So will he reclaim that second place? And while we are watching here, we have someone on the live chat, and it's our own racer Paul Scott, who is not here tonight with us, and he is watching from the USA, saying good racing so far, guys. Thanks for watching from across the pond, Paul. And here we are, it's close, side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. And he pulled it off. Scooby is back in second place now. But Liam definitely won't let him off easy. Scooby defending the inside there. And maybe this battle will get Ben closer again. So this is now a 3-car battle for second place. Liam tried on the outside, but going through Club is too hard. And meanwhile, Ben took advantage of it and went on the inside and is now in front. So Liam has lost 2 positions in a single lap to the both Porsches. And if that wasn't bad enough, he just spins out and loses another position. And even more, and he is stuck, and he has lost 4 places. And that is a shame. Let's get back to the Porsches, where Ben is still close behind Scooby, and he will not give up. He wants that place. So with Liam down to 6th position, it's no longer a 1-2 for Spamfritters Racing, even though Gaz is in a very comfortable lead of over 8 seconds. Here we have the number 2 and 3, the guys from Scooby Naldo GT, chasing each other. And the number 3 team so far here is Adam and Benji, who are in 4th and 5th. There is quite a gap between them, but they shouldn't make any mistakes. Here we are at the back with Seeks, who's pretty close to Knight. So he must have made a mistake, because there was quite some gap between those 2 drivers, about 7 seconds. Let's get back for the battle for 2nd position. Ben is now just over a second behind Scooby, so Scooby, who is now in free air, is able to pull away slowly from his teammate. with 3 laps to go, it is not, you will not be able to pull up to Gaz, who is still a bit faster. If you see the last lap times, Gaz did a 201.9, Scooby did a 202.8, so that's almost a second slower. But reclaiming that second place is great. Here we have Liam still in 6th place, 3 seconds behind Benji. And unless Benji makes a mistake, he will probably not make up that time. And that's so dangerous when 2 guys overtake you in a couple of corners. You can get frustrated and make a mistake very easily, spin out and lose even more positions, and that's probably what happened here to Liam. And in that Audi it is very easy to lose the back because the engine is in the back, and in a tight corner like that, use a little bit too much of the throttle and it's gone. It steps out, and Ben is now within a second. He is not giving up. With 2 laps to go, he is still chasing Scooby for that 2nd position. They are both on the podium, but knowing Ben, 3rd is not good enough. And in the back we can see Adam, followed by Benji. There's a gap of 2 seconds between the 2 teammates. So now it's just a matter of finishing the race. Don't make any mistakes, don't do anything stupid, and claim those points. Those are 2 great team efforts there for both Scooby-Naldo GT and the Snakes Unite Racing guys. And is Ben giving up? That's just over a second. Probably not. Scooby is just really fast, and they're probably not going to battle it out. Not in this final session, I mean this final part of the race. And here we have Gaz with the lead of over 11 seconds. With all those battles behind him, he definitely took advantage of it. Kept his own pace. And has started his final lap of the feature race at Silverstone. Back to the battle for 2nd position. Ben just within a second. He is still too far away to get a nice slipstream or try to make a move on somewhere in a corner. The only way he could profit from it is if Scooby makes a mistake somewhere. But they're both very, very consistent drivers, so I don't see him making a mistake just at the end of this race. Going through cops. Benji has gotten closer, 1.5 seconds, so Adam should not make any mistakes here. That could cost him a place. They are teammates though, so if they switch places, the team still gets the same amount of points. Here we are with Gaz coming up through the final turns of the race. Going through club. And finish line is in sight. There he goes, flashing his lights. And he won. Meanwhile, in the back, we can see here, Scooby still has a lead of over a second. And crosses the finish line in second. Third place for Ben, so that's a 2-3 for the Scooby Naldo team. Benji gotten really close, but not enough. So a fourth and fifth place. Here's Liam. Such a shame for him. He had second place and he lost it all. Lost 4 positions in half a lap. And here we have Jamie crossing the finish line. And here is Seeks doing a bit of sightseeing. Wanted to see Stowe a bit better. And also for him, the last 2 turns. Taking it easy through club. Or not finishing at all. He is out of gas. He is out of gas. Yes, out of gas. So that is 9th place for Knight. You can try whatever you want, Seeks. You're not getting at the finish line. You have 10 seconds to complete. That's very, very unfortunate for Seeks. Ran out of fuel just in the final corner. Well, that concludes the feature race. Gaz wins with a solid lead of 15 seconds over Scooby. Ben is in 3rd place. Adam 4th. His teammate, Boy Racer, in 5th. Liam 6th after he had 2nd place after that amazing undercut. Skanky 7th. Jamie 8th. And Knight profited of Seeks running out of fuel in the final turn. And that's it for this race. We will be back for the sprint race in a couple of minutes, about 5 to 10 minutes, which will start in a new live stream on this channel. This is the TNGTC YouTube channel. Also find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Just look for TNGTC, which stands for the Thursday Night GT Championship. And also you can find us on the Race Department forums, racedepartment.com, and then look for the Project 2 thread. You can find us there, or just try the search area and search for TNGTC. You will find us there. This was the feature race. My name is Frank Finch, and I will see you back for round 24, the sprint race at Silverstone.